Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Yeah, you're right. I'm in too much pain to sleep right now, and it's just a little bit after 10. It seems really calm out here, like it's so quiet, right? But if you just shh and listen, you'll hear shad coming out of the water in the distance, like right in front of us. There's shad getting knocked out. Let's catch what's knocking them out. Come on. I've got 3 different options here. I want to get into them, all 3 of them, but let's start with the slip cork. We're going to use a stinger shad by Kai's Custom Jigs. Link down in the description with my discount code right above it, MHood10. You can also go down there and get my signature series, the M Hood signature series, which we will be using here in a little bit. But for the moment, we're going to try this black and chartreuse stinger tail, about 2.5 feet under the cork, using that light stick. Throw out in front of this launch and do a slow retrieve, sometimes a little bit of a pop. Slow retrieve, slow and steady. Slow and steady. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay, I'm up at the slip. No takers, no fakers. Oh, but the shad are popping right here on the slip. So if the shad are popping, oh, that's why we had no takers, no fakers, because we were tangled. That'll happen with the slip cork. We got a weighted swivel here. That's the main reason that causes that to happen. You see my weighted swivel right there. That you can get on Kai's Custom Jigs as well. Billy makes these weighted swivels. Sometimes you get tangled like that when you're popping too much, so we're just going to do a slow, steady retrieve and see if something hits us as soon as we get close to this launch, because there's shad around it. If there's shad around it, there's probably crappie. Slow and steady. Gotcha. Right off this line. Right off that line. That's a nice one too. Look at that. It's like become such a sure thing. This slip, this launch, that particular line. We could probably pick them up anywhere around this launch right now. But it took a few casts. I had what seemed like an interesting bite on one of those retrieves. Yeah, you're right. You can go into the dark. So over here on the dark side, I'm not going to move that ring light all over the place while I switch around. This is the opposite line. We're just doing a slow, steady. You could pop a little bit. That doesn't hurt, but if you're wildly popping, if you're jerking on that really hard, you're going to tangle everything. But a little subtle shake of the slack line is okay. Not always needed though. I know you can't see. It's because it's dark out here, man. But anyway, we've got our cork really close to the edge, the front of the launch. Now we are coming along this line. Nice and slow and steady. I think something just hit us, but it didn't take our cork under. I didn't feel a bite. I just saw the cork move in a strange way. even though I expect them to hit me as soon as my cork is really close to the launch, whether it's on this line or coming anywhere up to the launch, I'm throwing really far out there past everything, past the launch, right? Because they could be out there too. They're everywhere. I'm over deep water right now and just 2.5 feet under my cork. I'm still going to get hit out there if they're out there. You see, this is what I'm doing. That's the retrieve. Slow and steady. I'm not pausing. I'm keeping it moving. The only reason why I may stop is if I got to fiddle with the camera or whatever. Try to keep it moving. And now we're really close. We're right up on that line. Got a little guy. For whatever reason I may choose, I already had this made up in my mind, and it's either going to be because there's not that much action here, or I just want to go see what it's like at another spot. So for whatever reason I choose, I may jet. I may go to another spot just because it's not crazy. And what if it's crazy at the other spot? I would be able to do other things at the other spot. And here we are on this line. I paused to fiddle with the camera, and now we're coming up on it. The cork is acting strange, like something's around it. And it's about 10-12 feet from me, from the tip anyway. I don't feel anything hitting me, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes the cork moves before. I think I was just riding on the line. I think my bait was hitting the bottom. Oh, look, I'm tangled anyway. Okay, my 10-foot crappie rod with just a 132 and my signature series, the Black and Chartreuse. Now I'm just gonna pitch it out towards the end of the slip. Let it sink. And reel it back to myself just to slowly. All right, now that I just have about 10 feet off the tip, we're gonna start. See if we can get over target. That's the point with these rods. There we go, gotcha. Ah, you licked, I lost them. Yeah, this is kind of fun, and we're just gonna get over target again. I wonder if that was even a crappie that grabbed hold of me. It was kind of running like a bass. All right, hopefully they can see that, right? We flasher fishing now. Just gonna be here for a second to see if this is where they're at. Maybe it's just not a great night. It was like really warm today, almost 60 degrees. We're gonna start off just straight jigging with the 10-foot rod. See if we bang into some something over here like we did over there, but I think that was a bass, honestly. After coming back over here, I could truly say this. I only had a couple bites when I came back anyway. It's just not that crazy tonight. For whatever reason, one could muse, maybe it's because of something to do with the full moon. This is the second night after the full moon. Sometimes when fish are feeding during the full moon, they feed so much that they don't feed so much after it. And it got really warm today, right? I don't know. Sometimes I find in winter, in this time of year, when you have a bunch of cold days, a lot of cold weather stacked up on itself, right? And then you get a day where everything heats up like 20 something, almost 30 degrees, different than the day before. Like it got really warm today. It got up almost 60 degrees, damn near. Yeah, it can make crappie fishing that night a little slow sometimes, right? So for whatever reason, it's just not that crazy tonight. But hey, I came down, caught a couple of fish, lost something on the jig. I think it was a big bass. I've been down here all by myself. First I was smelling a skunk, like a real skunk, and then smoke, and then fog. I'm getting fogged out and smoked out at the same time, and not the way you think. Not that kind of smoke. But yeah, it's pretty smoky, it's pretty foggy. The chill is creeping in. The fish must have creeped in too, shut the door, and they got the kettle on. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go up the hill and get in, shut the door, and get the kettle on. So thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I'll see y'all next time.